what I was saying, I didn't grow up saying I want to be a member of Parliament. Obviously, I suppose my kind of passion in life has always been about wanting to make a difference and being a voice to the voiceless, and that's a scripture that's in Proverbs 31. And so everything that I've done, so my career and obviously all the stuff that I do outside of that, has always been about wanting to make a difference. And, you know, one thing I learned throughout my working career is that, you know, if you really want to force change and influence change, you have to be part of that change process. So I got very active in my local political party and stood in them and carried out different roles and functions within that. And the opportunity came for me to stand for local government, for local council. So I put myself forward and I was selected as a candidate. Back in 2013, and then the following year I was elected as a local councillor. So I spent a bit of time on Lambeth Council, which is your neighbouring borough, and yeah, so it was a great learning experience for me. And then obviously the opportunity when the snap general election was called just over 2 years ago, I decided to put myself forward for this area, and that is because it's an area that's very local to me, familiar with it. I had good connections here, and so when I was selected as a candidate, I was really pleased. And we ran a fantastic campaign locally, and I was elected on June the 9th, which was incredible. It was a wonderful achievement. But what I probably should have mentioned at the start of all of that, I participated in what's called the Operation Black Vote Shadow Councillor Scheme. So I was shadowing a councillor for a period of time. I think that must have been back in 2008 or 9, can't remember when. And that also gave me a really good insight into what it was like being a councillor. And that then obviously helped me to make the decision as to whether I was going to do it or not. Because it's something, you know, going into politics, you really have to weigh up all your options and stuff, because it is a demanding role. But it's rewarding at the same time as well. You know, I was going through, over the last 2 and a bit years, I've just been going through, reflecting on what the work we've done. And, you know, in terms of like the cases that my office and myself have handled, you know, it's over 13,000, which is huge. Yeah. So it's rewarding, but it is hard work as well. But I love it. And I'm actually being in opposition is not great fun. But I'm actually in a place where I can try and make a difference to the people locally and for the people locally, and that's what I've been doing.
So what's your favourite memory of your role as MP?
Oh, other than being elected. Other than that night. There are loads. I mean, what I love most about the job that I do is the people, and it's representing the people and spending time here in my community with the people. I have regular drop-in sessions that people can come and have a coffee and we can have a chat. Those are the moments that I really enjoy, and being able to help someone. So when people come to you with all different concerns or issues, but when you're able to actually make a difference to that person or that family's life, that makes it all worthwhile to me. But then there are obviously the other issues that people really care about. You know, here in Battersea, Brexit and the impact of Brexit, it's you know, one of the top priorities for me, because, you know, the people here in Battersea, they voted overwhelmingly to remain as part of the European Union. And I've stood on this, and I will continue to fight against a Tory hard Brexit. And at this current stage and point in time, fighting against a no-deal Brexit, because that would have a devastating impact on not just the people here in Battersea, but, you know, the people across the country.
So, could you tell me what it's like for a day as an MP, a day in Marsha Cordova's life?
So if we just take, say, for instance, so this morning I was at St. Peter's Church, and I was spending some time with the children at their summer scheme, which is great fun. So the kids were getting down and dirty with paints and stuff. I stayed well away from the getting dirty bit, but I was really having good fun with the kids. I'm here with you guys doing this, being part of the Black Heroes Wall of Fame is absolutely wonderful. And, to spend this time talking about that, I hope we go on to talk a bit more about Black history and people that I'm inspired by. But then after this, I'll grab some lunch, and then I've got another meeting that will go on till about 5, and that's around here as well. So that's what today looks like. And then, next week we go back into Parliament, so recess will end next Tuesday, and I will go in, and the first thing that I will do next Tuesday is it's Foreign and Commonwealth Office questions. So I will be going in to see if I can get selected to ask a question to the new Foreign Secretary, Dominic Raab. I'm probably going to go on a question around climate change, or potentially around the issues that are happening in Palestine, or possibly Syria.
Excellent.
But I should probably say, every week I have weekly surgeries across the constituency, so I will kick back off having my surgeries again, so constituents can contact me and make an appointment to come and see me. So I'll probably know those will kick off again, I think, next week as well.